It's the 40th match of IPL 2019 and the Rajasthan Royals up against the Delhi Capitals. As we get closer and closer to the final, Rajasthan, the home team here, and they're going to be looking for a consecutive victory, make it 2 in a row. And historically, they have a winning record against Delhi in the course of the IPL. Look at that, 11 wins for Rajasthan, 7 for Delhi. And at Jaipur, it's 4 for Rajasthan and 1 for Delhi. So they'll be confident from that perspective, but it's going to be a different story, of course, when we come to Monday's match here with Murali, Kartik and Shaun Tait in the studio. Tait, it's your old team, Rajasthan Royals. They were victors last time out. Do you think they're going to keep the run going?
Well, I really like Delhi as well. No, I think Delhi are going to be too strong. Honestly, I think they're playing pretty good cricket. The fact that they won at home as well, when you know most people are saying that they're not suited to their home ground, which is a fair call, but they got over the line. I think, they're looking like a strong side.
Well, Rajasthan with 3 wins and 6 losses, 7th on the table. Kartik, really, they cannot afford to lose this. No. They can forget about the finals if they lose.
No, absolutely. But the thing is that they'll take heart from the fact that they beat a strong side like Mumbai yesterday. So that'll be a good thing for them, and also that keeps them in the hunt. That keeps them in the hunt, and also new skipper Steve Smith was such a refreshing change. The way he's been, or the way he manned the resources. Good to see Riyan Parag. The only thing which I want is that somebody like Ajinkya Rahane is literally struggling. I feel sad for such a good cricketer that he's struggling for form at the moment. I don't know where his head is, because it's never a good feeling when you're the captain and suddenly you're told, sorry man, you're not captaining the side.
And everyone else says it looks good now.
It is an important game for both teams, and Delhi, they've been good. Delhi have been good as well.
Well, Tait, it's your former team, as we mentioned. What do you think the Rajasthan Royals will do for this match against Delhi?
I've just kept the same 11 purely because of what Kartik's saying. You take the warmth from the last game, the win, and move on to the next one. I mean, yeah, obviously there could be a couple of strategic changes depending on opposition and stuff, but I just think keep that winning side for this next game.
Well, as for the Delhi Capitals, of course, they won the last match, and that's a pretty good result for them. And Kartik, when we look at, you make one change as far as their 11 to face up to Rajasthan.
I've just brought Chris Morris back because he's been very handy with the ball and forged a great partnership with Kagiso Rabada. If he's fit, if he's fit, he should come back. Otherwise, I don't mind Shafin Rutherford in the squad, but if he's fit, I would want Chris Morris back.
Yep, he's definitely a player that you want there. So looking at some of the issues that both sides need to address, starting with Rajasthan Royals, who have had a pretty up and down time, Shaun, what would you say their areas of improvement are?
I mean, look, you look at the last game and there's huge improvements. They're just the feel of watching the team, and I'm sure the feel of being in that side or in that whole squad would be nice after that last game. It just looked a lot better, and people watching, I think, will know what I mean by that. The only thing I can think of is probably you're still looking at Kulkarni and Adkat. Some improvements from those guys. Keep putting confidence into those two fast bowlers. If those two guys start bowling well, then it's a whole different ballgame. So I just think right now those guys are, yeah.
And Delhi with a win, of course, at the Kotla last time out, and they got that over that little hurdle on their home ground. But what about the Capitals for their issues to address?
I think there are minor things to address. I feel good to see the top guys getting some runs. Good to see the skipper amongst runs as well. I'm happy that they brought in Lamichhane back because he was such a handy cricketer and such a fabulous find for them from the time he started playing. I just feel that they'll take heart from the fact that they are the top 4 and within the top 4, and the fact that they've come back. The couple of things which you heard about them complaining about the Delhi track, you can't complain because it's your home ground. You can't allow people to come and win because you're practicing there. People are turning up for the game and going back to their respective places. You can't allow them to come and trounce you and go back home. So good to see that they came back strongly. It's just that minor things which they need to iron. As Tait said, they're looking good this season.
Well, Tait, you mentioned Ajinkya Rahane, and we're wondering about his mindset, but he needs to get some runs, doesn't he, in this match?
I just got him down as a player to watch because I think now with the captaincy off his shoulders, he can play a bit more freely, just worry about his batting. Obviously, you saw him last game giving some input as well with Smithy, so it's not as if he's out of the contention of running the team at all, but I just think Yeah, let's still the leadership group and all that stuff. We love that, don't we? The leadership group.
Oh, what
Seriously.
a lot of fluff that word, the leadership group is.
It's a very modern word, right?
Oh,
Fluff.
yeah, it is. It is a bit like that.
No, but when you look at that, it's interesting. They always used to look at parameters like your strike rate plus average should be more than 150 and you make a very good T20 player. And he does. When you look at his average, his strike rate is 131 and average is around 24. So it is over 150. But still, it doesn't look like a great picture for him.
There's no doubt. I mean, you think about the previous years when he's played at Rajasthan, he's been really good at the top of the order. When him and Dravid used to open, and I was around that time with those guys. But so we know he can do it. Everyone knows. No one's saying that he's not a good player. We know that Jinx is a very good player. I just think with the leadership, not having the leadership on his shoulders, he can play well now.
Out of the leadership group.
The leadership group of ESPNcricinfo. Sandeep Lamichhane, that's a player that came back in the last game, did extremely well. One of my favourite players. He's an exciting man, isn't he? And how's it going to maybe suit him there in Jaipur?
It will, because it's big ground. So even the best of players like Hardik and Kyron or Andre Russell have to really time it to clear the boundary. And the surface is slightly sticky. It's not the free-flowing. And the average score is around 158 at Jaipur.
Right. Okay.
So it's not as if it's a high scoring.
Yeah.
200 has never been breached on that ground, the highest being 197. So when you have all these things, it turns out, and it's a good place for a spinner to come and ply his trade.
Prediction time, guys.
Yeah, I'm just going. Yeah, love the Royals, but I just think Delhi are going to be too strong. They've got too much swagger right now.
And it's that'll effectively eliminate them, won't it, from the finals
Oh,
race?
Rajasthan will be. I think. Yeah.
No, I want Rajasthan. I want a lot more action so that going into the last 7-8 days, you don't know who's going to make it. So that I want to root for Rajasthan. They're a good side. They're a good set of people.
Yep.
All right, thank you very much, Murali, Kartik and Shaun Tait. Looking forward to this match, the 40th match of IPL 2019. It's Rajasthan Royals against Delhi Capitals on Monday.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.